In the late 1980s, the new Korean Wave Creative Association appeared, initially consisting of several filmmakers: Park Kwang-soo, Cha Son-woo, Chon Chi-yeon, and Lee Myung-se. The name New Korean Wave was chosen by young filmmakers, student activists, aspiring by the films of the French film community New Wave of late 1950s, 1960s. The bloody events in the city of Gwangju in 1980 inspired creatively gifted Koreans born after the liberation of Korea and the Korean War to continue their active struggle for the democratization of the country. All members of the Creative Association New Korean Wave were participants in the speeches of the democratic opposition and students' demonstrations. Open resistance to military policies for the directors of the New Korean Wave was a struggle for a complete renewal of the national cinema and freedom from state censorship. Park Kwang-soo was born in 1955 and spent his childhood in the large port city of Busan. At Seoul University, Park studied at the Faculty of Fine Arts and became interested in cinema. In 1981, with a group of enthusiastic students, he made Amite films, including those about numerous student demonstrations, in which he himself took part. The main merit of the film Chil-soo and Man-soo lies in the image of the young enthusiasm of a fellow artist, mixed with the despair and hope for a brighter future. In 1990, Park Kwang-soo's film Black Republic was released. The film was highly praised by South Korean film community. In 1990, Black Republic was awarded the Azure Dragon Awards in the Best Film nominations. The biotopic A Single Spark, 1995, tells the story of the short life of 22-year-old garment worker Chon Tae-il, who set himself on fire in 1970 to protest violation of labor law during the reign of the dictator Park Chung-hee. The director continued the tradition of South Korean filmmakers who made biotopics about people who sacrificed their lives in the name of their beliefs and for the benefit of their people. Cha Son-woo was born in 1952 in Seoul. In the late 1970s, as an anthropology student, Cha Son-woo actively participated in anti-government demonstrations. His film The Road to the Racetrack 1991 is an adaptation for Ha Il-ji's story about a South Korean intellectual entangled in his personal problems. A Petal, 1996, is a film about the bloodshed in Gwangju in 1980, a historical drama based on the novel A Petal Silently Falls, 1988, by female writer Cho Yoon. The director managed to reconstruct those events that today look like a film document. Thousands of demonstrators, soldiers beating unarmed students, dozens of bloodied bodies in the back of a truck, hundreds of pairs of lost shoes on the square after the demonstration. The shots of the uprising in Gwangju are shown in black and white, which gives everything that happened on the screen a special emotionality and tragedy, like in a documentary newsreel. Director Chan Son-woo uses land-drawn animation in a petal, emphasizing a young age and childish psyche of the girl. All these fabulous pictures are made in the style of illustrations from children's books. The girl's creepy vision are designed in the style of horror films. A complete mixture of genres and an unusual editing allowed to create a feature film indicting all military politicians of whose order murders and crimes against humanity are committed. Undoubtedly, the drama Petal is director Chan Son-woo's most memorable film. Another film, Lies 1999 by Chan Son-woo, makes a painful impression because of the pitching pathos of the author, who decided to expose a society that is gradually plunging into lack of spirituality. Director made a film about the man with his own psychological problems. Chon Chi-yeon, he was born in 1946. In 1990, the director shot a film North Korean Partisan in South Korea. The film is based on the true life of journalist Lee Tae, who was a partisan during the Korean War and wrote a novel about it. The film was made on a large scale with a lot of explosions, firefights, airplanes. It was difficult shooting in the snowy mountains. The film looks like a reconstruction of real events that took place during the Civil War. The Koreans who found themselves on opposite sides of the front during the Civil War evoke nothing but sympathy and compassion. The screenwriter and director Chon Chi-yeon shows all his characters as people who have become weak-willed and confused in a big political game. Lee Myung-se was born in 1957. In the late 1980s, he graduated from Seoul Institute of Arts. This is a new Korean wave director, but his films are different from the previous three directors. They are far from social criticism, but they have a unique author's style. Nowhere to Hide 1999 is Lee Myung-se's best film. In his director's notes, which were published during the advertising campaign of the film, he, speaking about the painting of the French Impressionists, admitted that the plot and the character were a little interest to him. This is a very beautiful film, a crime detective with elements of a psychological thriller and a police action movie. The film broke all the standards that existed in these genres. The characters and the history of the investigation is not always successful persecutions, interrogations, and duels of heroes. Everything in this film looks incredibly convincing, dangerous, and beautiful. With slow motion, Lee Myung-se conveys the impression of the crime. Therefore, this director can be called an impressionist of South Korean cinema. In the middle and second half of the 1990s, the so-called cultural cinema appeared in Korea as a result of liberalization and the appearance in the country of a large number of foreign films, art house cinema. Many people have become interested in cinema. Film departments were opened at universities. Cine 21 magazine was opened in 1995. Korean Cinema Today magazine also published its first issue in 1995. In early 2000, many magazines and film publications appeared. In 1996, the first Busan International Film Festival began. Since 1997, the annual Bucheon International Fantastic Film Festival by FAN has been held in the city of Bucheon under the motto Love, Fantasy and Adventure. The Bucheon Film Festival mainly screens science fiction films, horror, thriller, detective, fantasy, etc. Since 2003, Gwangju International Film Festival has been held under the slogan Freedom, Independence and Mutual Understanding. It is one of the main festivals presenting independent cinema throughout the Asia region. The first festival provides everyone with the opportunity to get acquainted with the main trends of modern cinema, as well as the best works of emerging filmmakers from around the world. Today, the Republic of Korea is one of the few countries that hosts about 37 film festivals. Most of the film festivals in South Korea are commercially successful.